In a world full of distractions, I crave nothing more than the peace of being close to you. There's a special kind of bond when no one else can fill the space I occupy in your heart. I don't need to hold your hand to feel connected to you. Just the thought of you is enough. The more I think about us, the more I realize I don't want anyone else to hold your attention. I want to be the one you turn to when you need comfort and the one you can't forget when you're apart. No matter how many people come and go, there's a place in your world that only I should occupy. The thought of someone else being close to you makes my heart ache because I know I'm meant to be the one by your side. You don't need anyone else to understand you the way I do. That's my promise to you. It's not about ownership. It's about knowing that no one else will ever fit the way I do in your life. My heart is so attuned to yours that no one else could ever reach that level of connection. Nobody gets to witness your deepest thoughts and dreams like I do. It's a privilege I'll never take for granted. I've always believed that there's a special place in your world for someone who sees you, truly sees you. The feeling of being wanted by you and only you fills me with more warmth than I ever knew existed. The connection we share isn't just physical, it's a soul-deep bond that no one can break. When I close my eyes, all I see is you, and that's enough for me. In your presence, I feel safe, loved, and like I belong, and I want to hold on to that forever. What we have is rare, and I know no one else could ever understand the depth of our connection. There's a sacredness in knowing that no one else will be as close to you as I am. I don't need to be first in your life, but I do need to be the one you turn to when it matters most. Every moment I spend with you feels like a dream, one I never want to wake up from. It's not about controlling who's close to you. It's about cherishing the space I hold in your life. There's nothing like the feeling of being someone's first thought when they wake up and last thought when they fall asleep. I don't mind sharing your time with the world, but when it comes to your heart, I want to be the one you reserve it for. I want to be the person who fills your heart with love and warmth in ways no one else can. Your love is like a treasure to me, and I'll guard it fiercely, holding you close in every possible way. Nobody could ever love you in the same way that I do, with the same intensity and devotion. There's a kind of peace that comes from knowing you don't need anyone else to feel complete. My world feels whole when you're near, and I can't imagine sharing that with anyone else. The thought of you with someone else stirs something deep in me, a longing to keep you all to myself. With you, I don't need to say much. I just need to be near you to know that we understand each other completely. In the quiet moments, it's only you and I who truly get each other. No one else can claim that kind of closeness. We've built something that no one can come between: an understanding, a connection, a love. When I look at you, I don't just see a person, I see the only one I ever want to be near. The more I learn about you, the more I realize there's nobody else who could ever hold this space in my heart. I may not need you in every moment, but I'll always need you close enough to remind me that we're real. Being near you feels like a perfect melody, every note in harmony, every touch in sync. Nobody else understands the way I feel when I'm near you. It's something so special, so uniquely ours. I want to be the constant in your life, the one who's always there when you need a hand to hold. No one can be as close to your soul as I am, and that's something I'll cherish forever. Your presence is a comfort that I can't explain, but I'll never take for granted. Every time I'm near you, I feel like I'm where I belong, where nothing else matters. In a world of noise and distractions, you're my peaceful place, the one I'll always return to. When we're together, it's like time stops, and I'm reminded that no one else can fill this space in my life. I never knew what it meant to be completely connected to someone until I met you. The thought of losing that connection, of someone else stepping into that space, feels like a deep ache in my chest. There's nothing more powerful than the bond we share, the space we've carved for each other. You're the one who gets to be close to me, the one I choose to share my every moment with. The more time I spend with you, the more I realize how irreplaceable this connection is. I never want anyone else to occupy the place you've taken in my heart. There's a beauty in knowing that nobody can come between us. Not now, not ever. Being near you is the only place I want to be, the only place that feels right. Every moment with you feels like I've found a rare treasure, something no one else could ever claim. When you're near, nothing else in the world matters, because I know I'm exactly where I'm meant to be. The way you make me feel when we're close is unmatched, like no one else could ever fill that space. In your presence, I'm at peace, and that's a feeling I never want to share with anyone else. You're not just a part of my world, you are my world, and I can't imagine anyone else fitting in it. The warmth I feel from you is unlike anything else. It's a love that I know belongs only to us. I want to be the only one who gets to feel your heartbeat, who gets to hear your thoughts in the quiet moments. When I'm with you, I feel an undeniable connection, a bond no one else could ever replicate. There's no place I'd rather be than right next to you, and I don't want anyone else to take my place. The way you make me feel when we're together is something no one else will ever understand. I don't need anyone else to fill the spaces around me because with you, everything feels complete. Your love is something that only I can truly hold, and I'll protect it with everything I am. In a world full of noise, I find my peace in you, and I don't want anyone else to take that from me. When we're close, everything else fades into the background, and all that matters is us. I'm not just another person in your life. I'm the one who wants to be near you, always. Nobody could ever touch the bond we share, and I want to keep it that way forever. The connection we have is unlike anything I've ever experienced, and I don't want anyone else to be part of it. There's an irreplaceable feeling that comes from being the only one who gets to know you this deeply. Every time I'm near you, I'm reminded that no one else could ever fit into the space we've created together. Our closeness is sacred to me, and it's something that I wouldn't share with anyone else. You are the only one who fills the space in my heart, and I don't want anyone else even near it. In the quiet moments, I feel closest to you, and I don't want anyone else sharing that intimacy. The world may try to pull us apart, but I know no one else can ever come between us. When you're near, it feels like nothing else matters. You and I are all that exist. There's something special in the way we connect, and I don't want anyone else to experience that with you. I want to be the only person who ever understands the depth of your thoughts, your dreams, your heart. What we share is rare, and I'll hold it close, not letting anyone else come near it. The bond we have is unique, a rare treasure that no one else can take away. There's no one else who could ever make me feel the way you do when we're together. I crave the moments when it's just you and the world around us fades away. There's nothing more comforting than knowing you are the only one who has access to my heart. I never want anyone else to be able to reach me in the same way you do, because what we have is exclusive. With you, I feel like I've found my home, and I don't want to share that home with anyone else. When we're together, it's as if the universe stands still and nothing else matters except the connection we share. I know no one else will ever understand me the way you do, and I wouldn't want them to. There's a closeness we share that no one else can touch, and I'm perfectly content with that. Every moment spent near you feels like a moment that belongs only to us. When I think of you, it's not just about your presence. It's about the way I feel when you're close. I want to be the one you rely on, the one who's always there, and the one you turn to when you need comfort. In your eyes, I find my peace, and I never want anyone else to be the one to see me like that. Nobody could ever make me feel the way you do when we're close. Our connection is a one of a kind experience. I feel like we're bound together by something deeper than just love. It's a connection no one else could ever replicate. There's a comfort in being close to you, a sense of belonging that no one else can provide. When you hold me close, it's like the rest of the world fades away, and all I need is you. Our closeness is something I treasure deeply, and I wouldn't share it with anyone else for the world. There's a quiet, unspoken understanding between us, one that no one else could ever be a part of. I want to be the one who gets to hold you through every moment, the one who stands beside you through it all. The space between us, when we're not together, is the only time I feel like something's missing. I crave the moments when it's just us, when we're together and no one else can take our place. What we share isn't just physical, it's emotional, spiritual, and something no one else could ever come close to.